When is a sacrifice to establish an outpost strategically justified? Have you ever wondered when it makes sense to sacrifice a piece in chess to gain a stronger position? This is a common question among players looking to improve their game. A sacrifice to establish an outpost is strategically justified when the long-term benefits of controlling a key square outweigh the immediate loss of material. An outpost is typically a square deep in the opponent's territory where a piece, often a knight, can be securely placed. This piece can exert strong influence and is usually safe from easy attacks by pawns. One key factor that justifies such a sacrifice is the control of a weak or critical square. If your opponent has a square that is hard to contest, placing your piece there can disrupt their coordination and limit their piece mobility. This can be a game changer. Another important aspect is long-term piece activity. When you establish an outpost, your piece can dominate crucial areas of the board. This increased control often leads to pressure on your opponent, which can result in winning material later or launching a successful attack. Disruption of your opponent's pawn structure is also a significant reason to consider a sacrifice. By giving up material, you might force your opponent to weaken their pawn formation or lose the ability to challenge your piece on the outpost. Such structural damage can have lasting strategic effects. Before making a sacrifice, it is essential to assess whether your opponent has enough resources to counter your advantage. If they cannot dislodge your piece or exploit the material deficit, the sacrifice is more likely to be justified. Additionally, remember that material is just one type of advantage. Sacrifices for an outpost often aim to gain control of important lines, open files, or establish a piece on a dominant square. These positional factors can provide compensation for the material you give up. Improved coordination of your pieces is another benefit of establishing an outpost. If the sacrifice leads to better piece harmony and increased pressure on your opponent, it is strategically sound. In practical terms, a sacrifice to create an outpost is justified when you can see that the positional gains will last and translate into a tangible advantage. This type of sacrifice requires careful evaluation of the position and confidence that the long-term benefits outweigh the material cost. So, when is a sacrifice to establish an outpost strategically justified? It is when it secures a key square that serves as a stronghold for your pieces, disrupts your opponent's position, and improves your overall control and coordination on the board.